Oftentimes, people aren't sure where they should start in terms of choosing materials. I would start a few steps back from that, with your budget. Get your finances together to determine how much money you can allocate to this renovation. Then I recommend people start with the thing that has the least amount of options. It kills me to see someone walk in with a tile in their hand saying, I got this for 98 cents a foot, so whatever we choose has to work with this. My point is not that people should ignore a good deal, it's that you should not let a good deal dictate or create limits for the rest of your renovation. A good example of this is, how do you know what you want to put on in the morning? You're not going to start with that old pair of shoes that you've worn 1,000 times, no. You're going to put on that dress that you just bought, that you love, and that makes you feel confident. Then you're going to pick the rest of the wardrobe to complement it. From my experience, the cabinetry choices are the most limiting and take up the most visual space in the room. There aren't an infinite number of different styles, colors, and textures of cabinetry out there. For that reason, it should be chosen first. But also, cabinetry is going to eat the most of your budget, and you need to know where you stand at the end of it. Once you settle on a cabinet style you're looking for, the next choice should be the countertop. That may be the time when you can assess whether that stone countertop you've been eyeing will still work with your budget now that you have the numbers on your cabinetry, or whether you should be leaning towards a less expensive option. Also, like cabinetry, depending on the material you want, the options are finite. From there, the backsplash should be chosen next. If you're saying to yourself, wait a minute, there's just as many backsplash tile options as there are flooring options. You're right, there are, but nothing in the room stands out as much or grabs as much attention as the backsplash. For that reason, it deserves some thought. At the very least, you have to decide whether or not you even want it to grab attention. If you've decided on these great cabinets and you want them to stand out, then you're going to lean towards something simple. Or if your cabinets are simple, but the counter that you've chosen you love and you want to show it off, then again, you're going to choose a simple backsplash. Or maybe you want the backsplash to be the one focal point because the other choices are subdued. Luckily, you've already chosen the other fixed items. And we've already determined that there are lots of options for backsplash, so you'll definitely be able to find something to give you that wow factor. Now, floor and tile, last. That doesn't mean you won't have options. Trust me, you'll have thousands. And I'm sure you'll still be able to find one you like for a great deal. It only comes into contact with the cabinets, which is more solid in color, so it has the least to compete with at any rate. As long as the tonality is complementary, you will have no problem pulling it all together. So the lowdown on what to pick first is, start with your finances and make sure that everyone is on the same page about what you have to spend. Then, make your choices based on the materials you know have the least amount of options. First your cabinetry, then your countertop, and then your backsplash. And then finally, choose your flooring last, by keeping in mind that the options are almost infinite. Good luck and have fun!